In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Kithaba, a Skiff guard. It's another repack for the vintage collection. Again, another action figure I've been excited to get. I recall years ago watching a review from SithLord229 about this, and at the time I thought, well, that's kind of a neat action figure, and I never saw him in stores at all at the time. I think he was released a little bit later in the line, maybe around 2012. And I thought, well, if I see him in person, I'll get him. But even at the time, you get online and look at the prices of him, and he was pretty expensive then. Of course, probably not as expensive as he would be now, that is. But still, he was pretty expensive. So when Hasbro announced that they're going to be repacking him, I instantly knew that, yes, I'm going to have to get this as well. And I'm happy to have him. He's a fantastic action figure. So there is a variant of this. There's one that had the brown bandana, and then this one has a red bandana. I'm not sure if Hasbro is going to be re-releasing the variant here, but going back to the original Kenner days, I'm not sure exactly which one is correct. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this card art here. Very nice image of Kithaba there. Obviously that's the scene at the Great Pit Carcoon. Return of the Jedi, and has the 40th logo there. This is VC56. I have Wolf reviewed on the channel now, or as he was originally called in the Kenner line, the Klaatu. And I'll be getting the Nikto and Yakface next. And Hunter and Piet will be coming very soon, and eventually I'll get to the Clone Trooper as well. So that's the card for Kithaba. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the action figure. So here's a closer look at Kithaba here. Very nice detailing in that head sculpt there. You can see his teeth. Kind of has that pig nose about him. Has those pouches strapped around his chest there. Nice detailing in those. Has nice detailing in his tunic there. Those red pants and boots. And the red bandana. So again, I don't have the original version to show you. As far as I know, other than the variants, of course, I don't think there's really too much of a difference between the two. There's none that I've been made aware of, and there's none I can really see after doing a side-by-side comparison of the two. Other than maybe the paint is just slightly different between the two. So in terms of articulation here, he does have a ball joint in the neck. Pretty good range of motion in that. He does have hinge at the shoulders there, hinged elbows, and then swivel wrists. Does have a swivel waist, then swivel hips, and hinged knees and hinged ankles. I do kind of wish they redid the legs a little bit, because they do look kind of skinny and a little close together, that is. Doesn't look quite as robust as you would think he would be. Not too big of a deal though. I have seen some people retool the bottom half of him, and they include some more modern legs for him with the swivel thigh and the hinged hips, and it does look pretty good. So maybe someday Hasbro can revisit another Kithaba to redo the legs. Doubtful, but you never know. In terms of weapons and accessories, he does come with his Skiff staff here. This is pretty much the same exact one that we've gotten with so many other characters. We did get this with Slave Leia that was released in the Legacy collection and also in the Vintage collection. And I know there's a few others along the way. Nikto, I think, has one, and Yakface, and maybe a few others. But it looks pretty good. Nice detailing in it. It is a little flimsy, but not too big of a deal. And it's mostly just solid brown. And he holds it pretty well in both hands. It does seem a little short, I think. It looks fine with Slave Leia, but on these characters, obviously they're a little taller and it doesn't look quite as right. He also has a holster here on his belt, and it's at an angle. I almost thought it was a cross draw, but that turns out not to be the case. His pistol here fits in his holster pretty well. And there's a closer look at it. It's the same exact pistol that we got with Wolf, and I'm sure so many other characters along the way. I know I've seen this with, I'm pretty sure the Return of the Jedi Luke in the Vintage Collection has this as well, and probably several others. But this one I think is painted a little bit different. This one is black and it has a little silver detailing. The Wolf I just reviewed I know was brown. And it fits in place there. And one more look at Kithaba here. But other than that, I think that's all there is I can tell you about the action figure. Would I recommend them for your collection? I definitely would. Obviously, if you're a big fan of Jabba's Palace and a big fan of a lot of aliens in your collection, this is a must-have. I'm glad to finally add him for my collection. He's one I've been eyeing for probably 9 or 10 years now at this point. The fact he's here right now and I'm reviewing him, I think is a really neat thing. So anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more reviews in the future. There will be plenty more to come. And if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate the support. And check out the Instagram link in the description as well. More content will be posted on that. And thanks for watching.